Welcome to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. Thank you for joining us. Coming up in the next half hour, the county's new fire chief is sworn into office, and we'll have the latest on the police department's body-worn cameras pilot program. But we begin with some big transportation news. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan has announced that the state is moving forward with construction of the Purple Line, and he's also announced funding for improvements to relieve congestion on I-270 in Montgomery County. Our coverage begins with reaction from County Executive Ike Leggett.
That's a big need for Montgomery County. We need to reduce that congestion. But in addition to that, we have an opportunity now to go forward with the Purple Line. We have some more work ahead of us, and we'll sit down and work through those details. But I think that it's good news for the congestion on 270. It's good news the fact that we're moving forward on the Purple Line at this point in time. And I think that we have an excellent opportunity to significantly reduce traffic and the congestion throughout the region.
Governor Hogan's announcement about the Purple Line is a decision that county officials have been anxiously awaiting. However, it does come with conditions. Susan Kennedy has that story.
So today we're also announcing that we will be moving forward with the Purple Line.
The decision by Governor Hogan to move forward with a scaled-back Purple Line project marks a change in tenor for the Republican, who had made it clear during his campaign that the project was too costly. With the announcement, Hogan also said he would be expecting Montgomery and Prince George's County to pick up more of its cost.
It's a little premature to map out exactly our response or precisely even what the state is asking us for. We're very pleased that the governor recognizes the benefits of the Purple Line. He spoke very concretely about the benefits that it will bring for the economy and for mobility and getting people around. I think he really understands that now, and so that's good news.
The state has scaled back its contribution to the project by hundreds of millions of dollars. The 16-mile light rail line will run from New Carrollton to Bethesda. Officials say the project is critical in fulfilling this area's transportation needs, and it's expected to give a big boost to the county's economic development.
A very positive signal from the governor that we're moving forward with this project is terribly important to Montgomery County, our region, our state.
Also part of the governor's announcement, $100 million to improve congestion on I-270 in Montgomery County. According to state highway reports, I-270 is the busiest roadway in Maryland, and it's known for some of the worst congestion in the region. It all comes as welcome news to county officials, who say they are confident all the details in getting these projects moving forward can be worked out.
Next steps are to be determined, but we're moving forward, and I'm delighted that we've gotten over this hurdle, and I'm confident that we can work through the issues. The Purple Line has confronted a lot of issues, and we've worked through them, and we'll continue to do that.
In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
In other transportation news, a council committee received an update on the Corridor Cities Transitway at a meeting this week where council members learned about some alignment changes.
There is a portion of the property that has been given historic designation around the existing farmhouse and some of the auxiliary buildings there. Hopkins continues to plan to respect that portion of the property. However, adjacent to it are other lands that are considered historic eligible but don't have historic designation. Under the current law, however, the federal government and the state government would be asking Hopkins to disrupt that property rather than using federal or state funds to disrupt those other adjacent areas. So that's our intent.
Sounds like there's a workaround, that Hopkins is going to work around it. They're going to build something, they're going to reslate it as no longer historic, and we'll be back on plan to have the station stop there.
The Corridor Cities Transitway is a proposed rapid transit bus line that stretches from the Shady Grove Metro to Clarksburg. It has a new price tag of up to $800 million and a target date to be up and running by 2021, according to planners. You can find more information about the route and its two phases on the CCT's website. Just days into the new fiscal year, Montgomery County departments are being asked to cut 2% from their budgets because of reduced revenue projections. At his weekly news briefing with reporters, Montgomery County Council President George Leventhal said he's confident of the county's ability to meet this savings plan directive.
We're going to need to tighten our belts and start the new fiscal year in a somewhat more conservative posture than we thought we would when we passed the budget back in May. This is not uncommon. In my time here, I've taken, I think, 4 of these savings plans that we've worked through. So I'm confident that we'll do it cooperatively with the executive branch and get through it before we leave for the August recess.
The Montgomery County Fire and Rescue Service has a new chief. With his wife by his side, Scott Goldstein was sworn in last week as the county's 4th fire chief.
It's a very daunting task to be taken to the point now of officially being the chief of the fire department, being in charge of and providing support to 3,000 men and women of this department. We answer many calls a day. Like I said, 112,000 calls last year for emergencies. And each call is somebody else's bad day. And we need to be ready, and we need to always have a good day when we come to their scene, to their house, to their accident, or wherever that emergency may be, that we always come prepared, ready to work with the right equipment so we can mitigate their emergency, provide them the support necessary, and ensure that we're ready for the next call. And that takes a toll on our folks, and I need to make sure our folks have the right resources, both mentally and physically, to be able to be ready for a call. We still need more stations. We still need to be able to meet our response time goals. Some parts of the county, we're not doing that today. And with the redevelopment and the regrowth in areas, that'll only get worse as the redevelopment occurs. So we need to expand, need to provide more services, and at the same time, I want to make sure that we have an ALS provider or a paramedic at every firehouse so that we can have that critical life-saving intervention of the paramedic on the call within 8 minutes. And that's a challenge in several stations today.
20 administrative officers from the Montgomery County Police Department are already sporting body-worn cameras. One of them is Assistant Chief Luther Reynolds, who was a guest this week on the county's Spanish-language radio show. According to Reynolds, another 80 officers will be wearing the cameras by the end of the month. Lorna Virgili has a story.
The cameras will be mounted on the body, on the chest or shoulder, or on glasses. For now, 20 administrative officers are getting acquainted with the technology.
Yep.
You're testing it, right?
Yes.
So far, what's going on?
So we are just beginning our pilot, and we are looking at the technology to see how effective it is, how the battery life, and just how well the video is captured, the audio, how easily they are to turn on and turn off, the policy itself. And so there's a lot of things that we're beginning to test. But the very beginning of it, the feedback has been very positive from our executives.
The pilot program should be fully implemented by the end of July or beginning of August. MCPD is identifying 80 volunteer officers from the 6 police districts that will go through the 5-hour training on the technical aspects of the devices and new policies. Are you getting a little bit of a reluctance in volunteering?
There's a lot of discussion about this. It's a big change. It's a change for policing. It's a change for, there's a new law that covers body cameras in the state of Maryland. We have a new policy to govern the pilot program. And so there's a lot of discussion among our officers and a lot of good concerns and questions and people that really want to be a part of the program, but they want to make sure that they are doing it in a way that is going to be effective.
There is new law that covers body cameras in the state of Maryland and deals with privacy issues protection and public release of footage. Are you going to let the citizens know that you're actually recording?
So the answer is yes, with one caveat, and that is that it's practical and it's safe to do so. So if we're right in the middle of something and there's a fight or there's something that is ongoing and dynamic, then we have to make sure that we do what's safe and practical first, and then turn the audio and video on, and also notify the people that are around us as quickly as practical and safe.
Data will be stored in a cloud. It is estimated that on average, agents will record about 1.5 hours to 2 hours of actual footage daily. Video will be stored for 120 days unless a complaint is filed before that period. In Wheaton, for County Report This Week, I'm Lorna Virgili.
Coming up on County Report This Week, a bill that guarantees sick and safe leave is getting a lot of attention in Montgomery County. And later, we'll have an update on the status of the South Lawn Industrial Area in Rockville. Don't go away. County Report This Week will be right back after this.
Swimming can be a great way to stay cool and beat the summer heat. Hi, I'm Gabe Albernaz, Director of the Montgomery County Recreation Department, and I'd like to ask you to be our partner in making this a safe summer. Drowning is a leading cause of accidental deaths in children, but drowning can be avoided. By following a few important rules, we can ensure that our children are safe at the pools. Regardless of swimming ability, children should never be unsupervised. Even with lifeguards, there is no substitution for adult supervision. Minimize distractions such as cell phones. Drowning can happen in minutes. If you have to leave the pool for any reason, you need to take your children with you. Inflatable swimming aids such as floaties and noodles are not life safety devices. Do not substitute these for supervision either. By working together, we can make sure we are all safe at the pool this summer.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. A bill that guarantees earned sick and safe leave for folks who perform work within Montgomery County received a lot of attention at a recent council session. The goal of this proposal is to reduce the number of employees who are forced to come to work when they are sick or send their children to school or daycare ill because they have no paid sick leave. Susan Kennedy reports.
I think we're going to pass a really great bill today.
This groundbreaking legislation was approved by the council with a handful of amendments that were presented by several different council members. The effort has been led by Council President George Leventhal and Councilmember Nancy Navarro.
My very good friend and colleague, Councilmember Nancy Navarro,
who spoke to a large group of supporters assembled at the council office building. Leventhal told the crowd that President Obama needs the help of local jurisdictions like Montgomery County to emphasize the need for this legislation.
in response to the real concerns that we've all heard about, to make sure that no one has to face the unfair choice between earning a living and paying your rent on the one hand, and either showing up to work sick and exposing the public and your clients and your customers to contagious illness, or neglecting your own children and family members. That's not a fair choice for any worker to have to make, and under Bill 6014, which I'm optimistic we will pass today, no one will have to make that choice any longer.
How many times did I hear moms secretly sharing that, you know, I give my children Tylenol in the morning so they can go to daycare and at least spend that day because I can't take off that day. And think about what that does to that child, to that parent, the stress, the public health issues around this.
The measure will affect some 100,000 workers in Montgomery County. Under the bill, workers would earn 1 hour of paid sick time for every 30 hours worked, up to 7 full days of paid sick leave per year. Council Vice President Nancy Florine says she thinks the bill is a good idea, but has concerns about its effect on small businesses.
We're told that small businesses with less than 10 employees really make up the bulk of the business community in Montgomery County, and all of whom have financial challenges in making their businesses work.
In the end, the one amendment proposed by Councilmember Mark Elrich will address those concerns. Those companies with fewer than 5 employees will be required to provide up to 4 days of paid sick leave and 3 days of unpaid leave. The measure now goes to the county executive for his signature, and it's scheduled to go into effect sometime later next year. In Rockville, I'm Susan Kennedy for County Report This Week.
The Wooten High School community is trying to heal after losing 2 students in a car crash. As a memorial continues to grow at the site of the fatal crash in North Potomac, Montgomery County Police are speaking out about this tragedy.
These tragedies will continue until we stop enabling underage drinking. Speed is always a factor in these collisions, but, it starts with, what are your kids doing at night? Are they drinking or not? Being actively involved as parents, having those courageous conversations, and making sure that you have those conversations with your kids so at the bottom line they come home safe.
The South Lawn industrial area has been a source of contention for several years between residents and business owners. The city of Rockville is looking to ease some of that friction. Rockville 11's Alex Cruz has more.
The South Lawn industrial area of Rockville and the surrounding community is home to more than just businesses. It's home to several residential neighborhoods, including Burgundy Knolls, David Skull Courts, East Rockville, and Lincoln Park. Residents are concerned with the effects the industrial region has on the surrounding communities. In response, the city has organized a study that aims to identify possible solutions for minimizing those effects. Truck traffic seemed to be the cause for many of the concerns presented by residents. Some feel the traffic directly affects the safety of children.
There's a lot of traffic, and there's a lot of kids in that neighborhood too. I did have a picture once about a tractor trailer was coming through when my wife was there, and there's a 3-year-old on a 3-wheeler. It's just bad business.
The study will also take into account the concerns of South Lawn business owners.
My opinion is more about zoning and the impact that the residential could have on the commercial side of things, certainly from a business standpoint. The impact could be pretty severe. From a parking standpoint, from a use standpoint, these things are impactful to people's businesses and their ability to perform a duty to the neighborhood.
The city is seeking to create a dialogue between members of all parties.
We're all one city. Rockville's very well known for being very inclusive and being a community for all. And so it's important that going forward in whatever we do, if we do anything, that everybody, all the stakeholders have a say and are at the table kind of discussing what we want to do.
But this meeting was just the beginning. Once everyone has voiced their concerns, their feedback will be considered by the city's consultants. They'll study the impacts of the industrial area on the surrounding neighborhood and then make suggestions on ways to move forward.
They'll continue over the summer to look at all the other issues that were in their scope of work, and then in the fall they'll present more fully their findings, and we'll have meetings on the findings and get input from the citizens and try to narrow the issues and they'll come up hopefully with some recommendations.
Additional meetings will be held in the fall. Check the city's website for more information.
Coming up in County Report this week, we'll meet the Montgomery County businesses winning these awards.
And Montgomery College goes to kindergarten. We'll explain right after this.
Did you know there are more than 10,000 county government phone numbers? But there's only one number you need to remember for non-emergency calls, 311. MC311 is Montgomery County government's online telephone information system. Need information? Have a problem or complaint? Trying to locate a county government facility? Call 311. The call center is open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The website is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
In Montgomery County, we have a goal to reduce waste and recycle 70% of all waste by 2020. By recycling and reducing waste, we save natural resources and make our community even better. So recycle at home, work, school, everywhere, and keep recycling going. For more information, call the Montgomery County, Maryland Division of Solid Waste Services at 311 or visit montgomerycountymd.gov/recycling.
Keep it going.
Recycle more now.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. The Montgomery County Department of Economic Development recently honored the county's small businesses. MyMC Media's Krista Brick has our story.
I'm at the North Bethesda Marriott Conference Center, where Montgomery County's small businesses are taking center stage.
What we're doing today is gathering to recognize you who represent the small businesses in Montgomery County, you who make our economy hum, you who get up in the morning knowing that you've got challenges to overcome and hitting them day after day after day and succeeding.
In Montgomery County, 93% of the county's 33,000 plus businesses have less than 4 employees, according to county economic development stats. 13 of the county's small businesses and 2 large companies earned awards at the 3rd annual Montgomery County Department of Economic Development Small Businesses Awards.
People want to work with companies that are successful, that are winning, and that are being recognized for that. And so now we can say we're an award-winning company.
To be recognized as, the #1 in our category, to me is a reflection of just the incredible talent and the commitment of our employees.
Veteran and entrepreneur Danny Farrar, who launched Soldier Fit, delivered the keynote speech to hundreds who attended the event.
If you're always thinking about how you can make your business better, like we already talked about, it's the backbone of the country. Invariably, you're thinking about how to make the country better.
This is the last time the awards program will be hosted by the county's Economic Development Department. County Executive Isaiah Leggett has plans to privatize that organization.
Giving the business community the opportunity to, in effect, oversee those business operations. And so you will see many of the small businesses actually participating and actively involved in the corporation itself.
Small businesses are the heart and soul of our business community and frankly of Montgomery County. So it's really important to recognize them and to value them and really to create an environment in which they can be successful.
You can find information about all the winners on MyMC Media's website. For County Report This Week, I'm Krista Brick.
The Montgomery County Council has approved a bill to reorganize the county's Department of Economic Development into a new nonprofit organization that would have more flexibility when it comes to retaining current businesses and attracting new ones to the county. The move to privatize the Department of Economic Development was first proposed by County Executive Ike Leggett, who said he is thankful for the council's support. According to the legislation, certain duties of the current Department of Economic Development will be transferred to a new Montgomery Economic Development Corporation. This legislation will also end the tenure of the Montgomery Business Development Corporation and will create a new County Office of Agriculture. With the summer in full swing, many high school juniors and seniors are preparing for their future college careers. But Montgomery College has initiated a campaign to get students planning for a future at MC much earlier. MCTV reports.
It's never too early to plan for the future, which is exactly the idea Montgomery College is promoting with its Kindergarten and Parent Career Day.
Today is the culmination of a year-long partnership that we've developed with Montgomery College this year, our K to College partnership. So we've brought all of our kindergarten students here with parents, and they're having a career day so they get to see and really experience what college life is like.
Kids from kindergarten classes from county elementary schools, James E. Daly and Fox Chapel, were treated to a morning of entertaining informational sessions designed to get them excited about their future.
We wanted to expose these kids to what it's like coming to college, to learn a little bit about the majors that we have here in the programs, what you need to study to pursue one of these jobs in this area, and to have a little bit of fun.
The interactive sessions were developed by college employees and community professionals and helped to introduce students and their parents to the many different careers a Montgomery College education can prepare you for.
We're getting students as well as their parents involved in what it takes to go to college and how they need to be focused on a career choice very early on, getting the experience in terms of knowing what's out there as well as preparing academically for high school and beyond.
Representatives from a wide range of professional careers help facilitate the event and activities, including technology, science and chemistry, teaching, fire and rescue, and the medical fields.
Montgomery College is right in our backyard, so to have our students know that they can aspire to go to college no matter what they're doing, and these are the different careers that they can participate in. We have physics here, we have nursing, there's computers, there's technology. The students are really excited to be here.
A head start in thinking about career possibilities may be just the thing to give kids a heads up on protecting their future. For County Report This Week at Montgomery College, I'm James McClain.
We want to congratulate County Cable Montgomery photographer Mike Springer and producer Susan Kennedy for winning a 2015 Emmy Award in the category of short format program for episode number 6 of Made in Montgomery. The program featured a report on chicken coop rentals and a solar mowing business. The regional Emmy Award ceremony was held in Bethesda late last month. You can watch the Emmy Award winning episode of Made in Montgomery on the county's website. Coming up next on County Report This Week, a black bear is spotted in several areas of the Up County, and that's got people talking. And
a local Long Branch restaurant that mixes Mexican, Caribbean, and Latin flavors. That's next on County Report This Week.
Registration for fall semester classes at Montgomery College is underway, and now is the best time to sign up for the classes you want when you want to take them. Register in person at any of our 3 campuses or online anytime, 24 hours a day. And incoming freshmen should consider enrolling in the FYE Summer Bridge program this summer to get a jump start on success at MC. The classes help you ease into the challenges of college life and forge connections with counselors, faculty, staff, and peers. The MC Board of Trustees has extended the college's no smoking policy to include electronic cigarettes. The use of tobacco and e-cigarettes is not permitted on any MC property, including all buildings, walkways, recreational and athletic areas, and parking lots.
Welcome back to County Report This Week. I'm Sonya Burke. There's a restaurant in the Silver Spring area that's making a difference in the community. My MC Media's Alini Barros reports.
This is El Golfo's busy kitchen before lunchtime. The restaurant, located in Long Branch, is home of Latin and Caribbean food, but its El Salvadorian owner says it provides a mix of unique flavors.
We thought that having just Salvadorian food would not be as successful as combining all the Latin American dishes on our menu.
Ada says the idea grew after her brother bought the space to open a small family business.
I came to be part of El Golfo in 2004. My brother sold the rest of his company in 2005. The restaurant was doing well, but in 2008, when the economy collapsed, we struggled. It was the biggest challenge for us.
Here at El Golfo, customers can enjoy carne asada, spinach ensalada, and more. The restaurant opened in 2000 and employs 13 people. Ada is also giving back to her community. She hosted a fundraise event to support Montgomery County's Sister City program. County officials are scheduled to travel to El Salvador in November to promote culture exchanges and economic development between Montgomery County and El Salvador.
Sister City called us. They wanted to do a fundraiser event. I was ecstatic because they're helping my country.
Jenny has been working at El Golfo for the past 7 years. She says the restaurant is her second home.
If I need time off to take my children to any appointment, the owners will work with my schedule. They will stay and work more if they need to so I can go.
Ada is now working expanding the business to other counties. For County Report This Week, I'm Alini Barros.
It's the talk of the town. Black bear sightings have been reported in recent weeks in Poolesville, Damascus, and Germantown. This photo was taken by a Damascus resident who spotted the bear as she was leaving her neighborhood. Just this week, Montgomery Parks officials posted 2 photos of a black bear running alongside a fence at Ridge Road Recreational Park in Germantown. Officials with the Maryland Department of Natural Resources say black bears may be seen at any time of day or night, and they're typically not aggressive. You can find more information about dealing with black bears on the Montgomery Parks website. Kathy Stanhope joins us from the Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center to tell us what they can offer. Kathy?
It's kitten season here at Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center, and as you can see, we have dozens. We are looking for permanent homes or foster homes. So if you come on in or give us a call, we will educate you on the benefits of each program. Give us a call, please, at 240-773-5900 or visit us on the web at Montgomery County Animal Services and Adoption Center.gov. You will see the dozens of wonderful kittens we have looking for homes right now.
With that, we close this edition of County Report This Week. Remember to like us on Facebook and to join us again at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. We leave you with some sights and sounds from Rockville Town Square, where you can sit in the shade on a hot summer day, splash in the fountain, or strum your ukulele on the green. I'm Sonya Burke. Thank you for watching.